Hello everybody and welcome back to the Mouldyworm Gaming channel. My name is Mouldyworm41975 and today, yes, we are back in SnowRunner continuing our SnowRunner Let's Play series. We're doing another live stream today. I promised in my live stream on Monday that we would be doing another live stream, and today we are going to be checking out the other Yukon region map. So on Monday we went ahead and checked out the flooded foothills map. We didn't actually get to explore much of it because I rolled my truck over many times, but we'll just gloss over that. Today we're going to be checking out the other map, which is the Big Salmon Peak map. So we're going to be starting in flooded foothills here, and we're going to be driving to the Big Salmon Peak gateway, and then we're going to be exploring the Big Salmon Peak region. But because we didn't get much chance to explore flooded foothills, I wanted to kind of start there and drive to the gateway so you can see a little bit of the flooded foothills map if you didn't see the stream on Monday, and also because we didn't get much of a chance to see that map. But that there, the Cat 770G, that big truck you can see there, that's one of the new trucks. We did check out the new Bandit on Monday's stream. A bit of a crap vehicle, not gonna lie. If you're considering buying it, I wouldn't recommend it. It's not great. And I do today have a drink, so that was a problem on my stream on Monday, is my throat started getting a little bit sore. I started losing my voice, but I've got a drink today, so hopefully that shouldn't happen. And I've also adjusted the face cam here. For some reason it was really overexposed on Monday's stream, so I've turned the brightness down and I've just upped the contrast slightly, so hopefully the face cam should be a little bit better for you. It's still not great, I'll admit. It is just the PlayStation camera that I'm filming the face cam on, but at least you can see my face. That might not be a good thing, but yeah. This is the KRS-58 Bandit. In case you're wondering, we went ahead and customized this in Monday's stream, so I'm not going to bother with this thing today. It was pretty useless, to be honest, so not really a fan of that. I want to take something today that has some good off-road capability and can travel quite a far distance. So we're going to be taking the Taiga. I have customized this in a previous SnowRunner episode, so if you want to see customization of that, then go and check out that video. But I do need to just slightly adjust a few things on it. I'm going to be leaving the mud tyres on. I feel like the mud tyres are okay, they're a good option, but I do want to go ahead and put on the fuel frame add-on, this one right here, just so we can travel quite far. We don't have to worry about fuel, because that is kind of the main issue that I've come across on SnowRunner, is that you can run out of fuel, so hopefully we won't have that issue. But let's just hop out of the garage here. I am in single player, so we can go ahead and skip a bit of time just so it's daytime. There we go, that's nice. Before we continue, I just want to have a look in the chat, see if anyone has left a comment. We haven't had any comments yet. We have 3 people watching, so thank you to everyone who is tuned in. Hopefully we will be seeing some more people very shortly. I appreciate that the stream has only just gone live, so we'll give people an opportunity to tune in. But we'll go ahead and make our way over to the Big Salmon Peak gateway. For those of you interested, I have now gone ahead and uncloaked the entire flooded foothills map. So on Monday, that's what we started doing. We managed to get 1 Watchtower in Monday's stream, and I was very close to getting the second one, but we rolled the truck and I kind of gave up. But off camera, I went ahead and opened up all of the watchtowers here. So this is the entire flooded foothills map. This is the garage down here, in case you're wondering, and we're going to be following this road all the way up to here, to this fuel station, and then we're going to be following it along here all the way to the Big Salmon Peak Gateway, which is just over here. So I've done this route off camera. I did it in the APC, and admittedly that's a very good truck, the APC, but it didn't seem too difficult. I feel like the Taiga should be okay. It should be able to cope with that. So yeah, it's not too difficult. I haven't explored the Big Salmon Peak map yet. Today we will be travelling there for the first time on the channel, so I have no idea what to expect in that map. I don't know if there's a garage on that map, and I also don't know how much ice there's going to be, because we've got the mud tyres on here, but we did see in Monday's stream there was a few icy patches that the Bandit couldn't climb up because I had the mud tyres on it. So I've gone for the mud tyres because the majority of the route we're going to be taking is mud, like you can see here. But in the Big Salmon Peak map there might be a lot more ice, so I don't know. Hopefully we should still be okay anyway. If there's winch points around, we shouldn't have too much of an issue. But I will say as well, just in case you're wondering, there is actually 2 gateways to Big Salmon Peak from the Flooded Foothills map. One of them is the one that we're travelling to, obviously, but the other one is kind of on the other side of the map, and that one is locked. So if you want to travel to that map, it is locked to begin with. So you have to go and unlock that by doing something, I don't quite know what. There's like a mission you have to do to unlock it, but you can also just travel to the tunnel that we're travelling to, which is open to begin with. So it will pop you out at a slightly different location. My guess is that the locked tunnel will probably spit you out somewhere close to the garage, if there is a garage on that map. I don't know. Whereas the one we're travelling through will probably spit you out the furthest part from the garage possible, or furthest away from any kind of important thing on the map. But that's okay for our stream, because that gives us something to actually do. What are we doing here? My truck is... why is it going backwards? That was weird. I had it in automatic and I was trying to go forwards and it was just falling backwards. It was like it was in neutral or something. That's weird. SnowRunner has been doing some weird things, I will say. Me and a friend tried to connect to each other's session the other night, and for whatever reason it just would not work. We tried many things. We restarted our PlayStations, we went into a new party, we closed SnowRunner down and restarted it, we tried multiple settings and different combinations, and nothing we could do would work. So if anyone's been having any problems with SnowRunner, any of you watching, if you've had any issues with connectivity on SnowRunner, then please let me know, because I'd be interested to see if it's just my game, or whether it is like an actual, whether it's an actual issue in the community or not. I feel like it's an issue with SnowRunner, but it could be a problem with my PlayStation, hopefully not. But we are making steady progress here. As you can see, there's quite a lot of like swampy parts, muddy parts on the first part of this sort of map. It's doing that thing again where it's stuck in... it's trying to drive. Like I can hear it making noise. It's just... why is it doing that? Well, this thing has a lot of power, you know. The Taiga is one of the best off-road trucks in this game, so it shouldn't be struggling like this. It probably has quite a lot of weight on it because we're carrying the fuel, but I've towed trailers with this thing and it's had no issues, so I don't know why it's struggling so much. kind of interesting. So for any of you who are watching, we have 3 people watching currently. Drop your name down in the chat, let me know who's watching, and I'll give you a little shout out there. And if you have any questions for me, then you can drop those down in the live chat as well. It doesn't have to be related to SnowRunner, it doesn't have to be related to YouTube or anything. It can be just a random question that you want to ask me. I just want to get my opinion on something. We are almost to the fuel station, and then it's about 5-minute drive from the fuel station to the Big Salmon Peak Tunnel, the gateway. I have gone off camera. I did build a few bridges and things. All these bridges we built in Monday's stream, but I did have to build 1 or 2 bridges just to get some of the watch points, because they were still covered over. And as I mentioned in my stream on Monday, I wanted to go ahead and explore the new map was one thing, but I said I would try and uncloak the watch points for you, so you could see the map that we're travelling across. We have just gone past the fuel station, which is just there. Now this area is quite swampy. The APC didn't have any issues with this, but that is a very, very good truck. The Tiger is also pretty good, but the APC is just OP in this game. But hopefully we shouldn't have too many issues. There are winch points around, so we'll go for some low plus, try and get a little speed going. We've got to kind of look for the higher ground, which is I have not done. Okay, we're going to put a winch to that pole. Now, you're probably all wondering why I'm not going on that road over there. Well, first of all, that's a train track, but that wouldn't really matter too much. It's hard ground, you can drive on it, but there is a blockage up there. There's a fallen rock, so you have to go through this swampy area unless you've cleared the rocks, because that is a mission that you can do. But yeah, the muddy section here isn't too bad, to be honest. Just checking that the stream is okay over here. I've got my PC running just over there, and I've got my iPad just down here as well, and I've got the stream running on both of those just to check that everything is running okay. It seems to be. I think the audio seems to be okay. The video looks pretty good. I have got a pretty fast internet connection here, so hopefully it should be okay. I'm running this at 720p because it doesn't let you stream in HD. I am on my PlayStation, I should point that out. We're not streaming this from the Series X, we are streaming this from the PlayStation. But it doesn't let you stream in HD, at least not on the regular PlayStation. I don't have the Pro, it's just like the normal PlayStation. It doesn't allow you to stream in HD. The best quality you can do is 720p at high frames per second, which I think does it at 30 frames per second, or it tries to at least. But I tested that stream just before I started this stream, and it kept crashing, and it did pop up with some sort of warning message saying that it was struggling to keep up with the frames. So I dropped it down just to 720 recommended. That's what we're running right now, and it seems to be coping with that much better. It doesn't seem to be having any issues. So it isn't the best quality it can be, but I'm watching this on my PC, which is a pretty big screen. I imagine most of you will probably be watching this on your phone or on some sort of tablet or something. but I'm watching it on my PC screen, which is a big screen, and it seems to be pretty good quality, to be honest, so it's good enough for me, and the audio seems to be okay as well. So we're going to take this little off-ramp over here. I can probably get a little bit of speed up, to be honest. I'm driving around in low. Let me just stop the truck here, and we'll just open the map up once more. So yeah, we've travelled quite far. This is the garage over here. We've travelled to here, and we are travelling to the gateway, which is just here. So we're like over halfway now. Before we do continue though, I want to show you up here in a moment is another one of the new vehicles that got added in this update, and it is the Cat TH357. It's basically the Cat telehandler, the forklift truck, and that is one of the new trucks that got added in this update. Basically it allows you to load the cargo onto the truck and stuff. Because it's like a telehandler, like a forklift kind of truck, and that's kind of part of the new map for loading cargo on, but also for like the whole crafting thing, which is kind of new to the game. So yeah, this is the only problem with SnowRunner, is this mist you can see. While it looks pretty cool, it does wreck the stream. I'm watching it back now on my PC and the quality has gone down quite a bit. I really wish they would get rid of the mist, because it is really annoying. But there is a mod that is supposed to be coming. Have I gone the wrong way here? No. We need to be going that way. Yeah, there is a mod coming that is hopefully going to remove that mist that you can see. That should make video quality a lot better. It should make the streams run a lot smoother. As far as mods, for any of you wondering, mods are coming in phase 2, so console mods are on their way. We already have console mods on PC, but console mods have not, have not released on console yet, but they are coming in phase 2. This new update, phase 2, is patch 10, for those of you wondering. They have not released on patch 10, but a lot of people are expecting them to release in patch 11, which is still phase 2, but it's basically the next update. It's more of a kind of bug fix update. But most of the community is expecting mods to release in that update. So nobody knows when that will be except the SnowRunner devs, but hopefully it's not going to be too long, because I know people have been waiting for the SnowRunner mods for quite a long time. So hopefully they are going to release it quickly. They haven't said anything yet, but yeah, update 11 or patch 11 shouldn't be too much longer, and hopefully we get mods with that. But this is the new telehandler over here. I have driven it very briefly. It's kind of a strange car, or a strange vehicle, I should say. Let me just go skip a bit of time and we'll hop into this thing. Here we go, the telehandler. It's kind of, yeah, it's a bit of an interesting vehicle. It's kind of got one purpose, and that's like moving cargo around. You can go exploring with this if you want to. We could take this all the way to the Big Salmon Peak map if we wanted to, but you can see in the bottom left there, it doesn't have a massive fuel tank, so it'll probably run out of fuel at some point. It also can't tow a trailer. You can see there's no trailer hitch on the back there, so that's kind of not possible. And honestly, it's not the best off-road vehicle. It can get through some difficult terrain, but it's not brilliant. And the other thing that's kind of annoying is the forks on the front. You have to basically open up the you have to open up the map like you do for the crane sort of controls, and then you can use the forklift. So you can move all these things. You can lift the boom up, you can lower it down, you can extend stuff, but you can't do this while you're driving. So you open this map up and you can't do the controls while you're driving. So I can't move the boom around now, which is kind of annoying. I wish it has similar controls to like the telehandlers on Farming Sim, because they have pretty good controls and I know how to use them. But it is something that SnowRunner devs have said that they're going to try and fix, and they're going to try and make a bit better. So yeah, if you're concerned about the telehandler, the controls for it, then just know that they are aware of it, and they are hopefully going to update it, possibly in patch 11. But yeah, it's a pretty cool vehicle. It's a nice addition to the game. I'm not complaining about it. It just has some interesting sort of well, it has some interesting controls, but that also comes with one of the new features in this update, which we did check out in Monday's stream in case you're wondering. But you can now pack trucks on a trailer. So what I mean by that is, previously we do have like cargo trailers in this game, and you can put trucks on those trailers. They have like cargo ramps on them, and you can load trucks onto the trailers. But previously, when you did that, the trucks couldn't be secured onto the trailer. You'd literally, it's kind of like in Farming Sim, where you'd put the truck on the trailer, but you couldn't strap it down or anything like that. So if you took a corner too fast, or you know, your trailer started tipping, the truck could fall off. But now you can pack the trucks onto the trailers, kind of like you can with the cargo. So you put the truck on the trailer and you can strap the truck down so it doesn't move around, which is really nice. So the telehandler there, I did say you can use it to explore the map, absolutely, but it's not great in mud, it's not great in snow, it's not really great at a lot of things except moving cargo around. So the point is that you put it onto a trailer and then move it around with another truck. That's kind of the point of the packing the cargo thing, which is a nice feature. I'm glad they added that, because it was a little bit annoying that the trucks kept falling off. But yeah, they have fixed that now. We are very close to the new map as well. The gateway is just around the corner. We've got a few more of these puddles to go through, just like this. And the gateway is just round the corner. So, is this the gateway? Yes, the gateway is just behind these buildings here. I have travelled here off camera. I've not travelled to Big Salmon Peak yet. I haven't unlocked that map yet. I've never driven in there. I've literally just been to the gateway just to test how bad this road was. And as you can see, this road is fairly nice, you know, there's no sort of difficult parts to it. It's a pretty easy drive, to be honest. Most of it is actually on tarmac or hard ground. And if you've got a pretty good truck like the Taiga here, then you shouldn't have any issues. But this is the gateway here. You can see there, travel to Big Salmon Peak. Let's go ahead and travel there. We have been streaming for I don't know how long now, and we've only just made it to Big Salmon Peak. But yeah, here we go, Big Salmon Peak. While that loads, I'm just going to have some drink. We've currently got 3 people watching, so hello. welcome to everybody who's watching. Hope you are enjoying the stream. Drop your name down there in the chat and I'll give you a shout out. Say hey. And if you have any questions that you want to ask me, then you are welcome to do that. But there we go. We have loaded in to Big Salmon Peak. We can't see bugger all because there's all of these watch points around. So there's quite a lot of watch points on this map actually. We've got 6 I think, so we've got 3 over here, we've got another 2 there. We've got 7 watchtowers on this map, which is quite a lot. We can't really see anything because this is where you spawn in down here. There is another gateway somewhere. There is some of these residential areas. That's kind of interesting. Wonder if that's like a town or something. But yeah, what we're going to be doing in today's stream basically is like we did in Monday's stream. We're going to be just sort of exploring the new map. We're probably not going to get every watch point because there's quite a lot, and there will be some sort of bridge or something that we'll have to build to get some of them, and we don't really have a trailer or anything. I wasn't that prepared. But we will try and get some of the watchtowers. So I'm feeling like we're going to get this one first because it is pretty close. I think we want to take a right turn down here and follow this kind of little path maybe. Or maybe we want to go straight and then there'll be a left. I might just go straight a little bit more and see if there's kind of a left turn, and if there's not then we can come back and go up here. I think that's kind of the plan of action. But you can see it's pretty similar to the Flooded Foothills map. It's kind of the same sort of layout. Obviously it's still in the Yukon region. It's in the same area. But it does look a little bit nicer. There's a bit more like mountainous exploration. There's also what appears to be like a bit of a town over here. So there is actually some like nice parts to this map. Oh, this appears to be the garage. Okay. We might as well go and explore this. And then if we roll over, we can reset to this garage. Let's just hop into the garage. Okay. So the garage for Big Salmon Peak is just down the road from Flooded Foothills. So this is the garage. This is the garage here. This is the gateway here. So just drive straight and you'll get to the garage. So that's quite nice. They've been quite nice with that. So we could go and get a truck with a trailer if we need it. And it's basically, it looks like the same as any other garage, to be honest. We got the trailer store just there. We've got the garage there. And we've got just some general storage space, like a courtyard. But it's pretty nice. I'm glad that they've added a garage to this map, because that was something that I didn't like about some of the other maps that don't have a garage, like I can't think of the name of it now. One of the Michigan maps, the last Michigan map you travel to, Drummond Island, that's what it's called. That doesn't have a garage, but it's a really cool map. I really like the Drummond Island map, but it's kind of a shame that it doesn't have a garage. If it had a garage, it could be very, very cool. But this appears to be the other gateway, I'm guessing. I think we do also want to go that way. So I feel like maybe this road might lead up here. Also this little road here might lead up there. But we'll go back and just check out the gateway. Just confirm that that is the gateway. Just in case any of you are wondering where that is, if you're trying to find it for yourself. But it is also kind of the direction we want to be going in. So we're taking it off-road now. This thing seems to be struggling quite a lot with this fuel tank on here. I'm wondering now whether we should have got a fuel trailer maybe instead. Okay, so it's not actually a gateway, it's just a train track. So this is the same train track. So that appears to be like the train tunnel that leads to flooded foothills. And then that just leads through the mountain over there. But it's quite cool. It's nice that they've added something like that. I do like little features, things that aren't sort of immediately obvious. Are the kind of things that make a game feel more complete. So little things like that that you kind of discover as you drive around. I have no idea what happened to the camera there, but yeah, those kind of little things that you kind of just notice here and there, they're the really cool parts of the game that I like. Just the little added details that make the game feel a bit more alive and just give it a little bit of character as well. I think we are going to struggle a bit up this hill, so I'm going to put it in low range. It does seem to be struggling uphill a little bit with this fuel add-on on. But we've got our first watchtowers just at the top of this hill, so not too difficult to get this one, hopefully. I say that, and round this corner there's just going to be like a massive ice patch or something, and we're not going to be able to get across, but hopefully it's not going to be too bad. You also don't want to end up down there. This is where I might roll. I'm just taking it slowly. The fuel frame add-on here, the like fuel tanker add-on, it does make your truck a lot more top heavy. Obviously you've got fuel in it that's sloshing side to side, so whereas normally you'd have the weight of the truck leaning to one side, now you also have the added weight of all the fuel sitting on one side of the truck. So if you're leaning one direction, you've got a lot of fuel on that side of the truck, which makes it a lot more top heavy, and it can make your truck roll over a lot easier. So when you've got the fuel frame add-on, I would say it's kind of a must-have add-on. Oops, that's not what I want to do. Let's go ahead and launch the observation just quickly, so we can see what the map looks like. It does look very nice. We get a look at the garage. Let's go ahead and open up the map here now, and we can see a little bit more of the map now, which is nice. We can actually see where we're going. So I'm just thinking which one we really want to go for next. There is a bridge over here, but that looks like it's built, so that doesn't look too difficult. But there is also another route. You can kind of go this route instead as well, so you could go straight here and then left. So, but yeah, that bridge does appear to be built, so that's nice. There's a residential area here. I don't know what that is. We haven't uncloaked a residential area yet, so I'm not 100% sure. So this is the train track here. This is not a road, so we can drive on the train track, but I want to kind of do it properly. I don't want to drive on the train track. It is possible, but I'm just debating which one. I feel like I want to get this one next, but I'm just looking at the best sort of route to take. We kind of have to go down into this swampy area here, I think, and then carry on that way. That seems to be the best thing to do. So we can turn off down here, and that leads us back to this road, and then when we get to this main road again, we want to follow it through this swamp area. We'll cross over the tracks again and then go that way. I don't know how bad this area is going to be. Sometimes it does look a lot worse on the map than it actually is in real life. So before we continue, I'm just going to have another drink. We have been streaming for 42 minutes. Wow, we've not even been going for an hour. And we've already got our first watchtower, which is kind of impressive. I did not want to get rid of that marker. We're making much better progress than we were on flooded foothills. That was a bit of a shambles, I'm not going to lie. we did try and uncloak at least 2 of the watchtowers, but there were some bridges that we had to build, and I did roll over the twin steer. We were using the twin steer. I did end up rolling that truck, so I should say spoilers first as well if you've not seen the stream. But yeah, if you haven't seen the previous stream, I definitely recommend going and watching it, because we checked out the previous map that we've literally just driven through. That's what we did on Monday's stream. I did stream it as soon as the update came out. I updated my game and we hopped on and checked out the new map. So if you're new around here, if you're new to the channel, then welcome. Drop your name in the chat and I'll give you a shout out. And if you have any questions you want to ask me, it doesn't have to be related to SnowRunner or even the channel or anything like that. It can just be a random question that you want my opinion on. Well, yeah, drop your questions down there in the chat. Love to read some of them and find out who's watching. But if you are new to the channel, then I do check out SnowRunner updates when they release. I try and check out a lot of games as soon as they release, when they get a new update or if a new game comes out. There we go, that's our first roll today, our first tip over. Luckily we have got the garage, so we can just recover, which is quite nice. I feel like we kind of don't need this fuel frame add-on. I'm also wondering whether we should maybe take another truck, check out something else. I mean, we could use the Action. It has the Tega wheels, it has a littler fuel frame add-on. You can see the fuel tanker on the back there. But this thing is very small. It has a it has the autonomous Scout winch on it, which, if you don't know what that is, if you've not played SnowRunner before, basically it's a winch that you can use if you roll over. When you roll over, the engine stalls, and on a normal truck, if the engine's stalled, you can't use the winch because the winch uses the power from the engine. If you have the autonomous winch though, it has its own separate kind of power supply, so it doesn't rely on the engine to power it. So if you roll over and the engine stalls, you can still use the winch, so you can basically pull yourself over again. So it's quite nice, but it is a pretty good vehicle. It's got the same tyres you can see there as the Tega has, and these, in case you're wondering, are the best mud bogging tyres you can get in SnowRunner. So that's really nice, but then we do have the fuel frame add-on there for a bit of extra fuel. Now this thing's pretty good. The power to weight ratio in this, I think, is S+, which is the best you can get. So it kind of goes, it starts off at C, and then it's C+, then B, then B+, then A, and then S, and then S+ is the best that you can get. So yeah, hopefully this thing should be pretty good. We do have switchable all-wheel drive and diff lock in low range, so it's got some pretty good capability as far as that's concerned. But yeah, what I was saying earlier about new games and DLCs, as soon as a new game comes out that I want to cover on the channel, I usually cover it on day one of release. If a new update comes out for SnowRunner or GTA or any of the other games that I play, I do try and cover it as soon as possible. Sometimes that's not on day one, because maybe I have something with school or the update takes a long time. I am at university at the moment, so I have pretty good internet connection here. I'm in the city, but at my house where I live at home, my internet connection is pretty poor, to be honest. I get about 5 megabytes a second. So when I'm downloading updates for things like GTA and, well, any game really, the updates take quite a while. So the updates here aren't too bad. I can download games pretty quick, and I can download updates pretty quick, so I can cover stuff very quick. But yeah, when I'm back at home, yeah, content might be a little bit sort of delayed because of. I'll try and cover it as quick as possible, but it's not always that easy. We have got another viewer. Welcome to the stream. I hope you are enjoying. I know you've only just tuned in, but welcome. Drop your name down in the chat. Let me know who's watching, and I'll give you a shout out. If you've got a YouTube channel, then drop your YouTube channel name, and I'll give you a shout out. If you're just a casual viewer, then drop your name as well, and I'll give you a shout out anyway. We do want to be taking a left turn over the railway track here, and then we're going to be taking a right over here. So we do want to follow this path over here. You can go straight, it appears. There's a lot of water on this map as well, I'll say that. But it is quite nice because there's in the low-lying areas of the map, like we're in now, at the very bottom of the mountains, there's a lot of like muddy ground like this. There's a lot of like swampiness. But when you get up into the hills, it becomes a lot more rocky, and also there's a lot more snow. So you can see there's some snow lying around here, but when you get up into the hills, it's like covered in snow. It's like a full snow map, and there's ice up there as well, and so it's really nice. I do like that part of it. You've kind of got the combination of Mud Runner and Snow Runner, which is really nice. The only thing that it does mean is you have to think about which tyres you're going to put on your truck, because at the moment we're in the low-lying parts of this map at the bottom here, and these tyres are mud tyres. They're serving us pretty well. But as we saw with the Bandit on Monday's stream, when you take mud tyres onto ice, they have absolutely no grip. So you will just spin your wheels on the ice and you're not going to travel anywhere. So I would say if you're debating which tyres to use on this new Yukon region, if you want to be safe, go for chain tyres. Because chain tyres will give you the best grip on the ice. They are pretty good on ice, to be honest. Just quickly, which way do we want to go here? I think... yes. Do we want to be going this way? Yeah, I think we do want to be going over this kind of mountain. Yeah, if you're debating which tyres to use, chain tyres are the safe option. They'll give you the best grip on the ice, but they are also pretty good in mud. They're not as good as mud tyres, obviously, but they aren't terrible. You know, they will still allow you to carry on. They'll allow you to make progress. But mud tyres, oh, that rock is the only thing holding me up right now. And there's also no winch points around, so I don't want to flip over, because even if we can use the winch without having the engine, if there's no winch points around, then that's no good to us either. So I don't want to flip over. That was a little bit hair-raising. Well, that is the path. The path goes up here, kind of over this mountain. I think this is also kind of a path. I wanted to follow the. That's another new thing with these newer maps. Is occasionally you'll find a path like this that doesn't really display on the map. It is kind of like a hidden path, but I like to stick to actual paths you can see. So you can see that there's a path here. I like to stick to those because I can follow the route. When it's a path that isn't like visible on the map, when it's like kind of a hidden path, you don't know where it's going to lead you to. So I am going to stick on this hidden path now because that was not very fun. We did nearly roll there. But yeah, I don't know where it's going to lead us to. Hopefully, it does appear to be leading us in the direction of this watchtower, so we'll just see how it's going. I'm just going to have another swig of juice. Just because my throat's not been great, to be honest, over the last week. It's probably not helped that I've been talking quite a lot. I've been doing, well, I've done 2 live streams this week, and you know, I'm talking for like several hours non-stop. But yeah, it hasn't been great this week. I don't think it's corona, for any of you wondering. I think it's just a sore throat, but we have kind of 2 options here. We can go left or right. I'm looking at the right route over here. Appears to sort of lead more like this direction over here. The left path seems to lead us to this kind of warehouse over here, which could be a dead end. But I do see this like main road here, and that looks like it kind of leads to this warehouse. So I'm wondering if this main road maybe carries on straight. So I'm going to take the left path. We're going to go to this warehouse thing over here and see what that is. If it's no good, then there's another little path we can take down here and join back on to that bit. So yeah, that's also a fun part. SnowRun is kind of, if it's a map you've not explored yet, it's kind of figuring out the route. You can go online and check out the routes for maps that you've not discovered yet. There is a website called Map Runner, so like SnowRunner, but it's called Map Runner, and basically that provides you with all of the maps for the different areas on SnowRunner, and they're kind of interactive as well, so you can spin them around, you can zoom in and out, and it tells you where all the hidden trucks are, it tells you where all the missions are, it tells you where the garage is, and the oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. It's gonna roll right over anyway, so that was pretty good. Let's go to, okay, we won't go to that tree. Maybe we'll spin the back of the truck around using that tree there. So this is how the autonomous scout winch works. Basically, you can see that the engine is stalled there, but we can still use the winch because it basically like has its own motor. I really need a winch point over there somewhere. Is there anything? I want a big kind of tree, something. We might just have to drag the truck backwards a little bit. There is that one big tree I'm looking at right there, which would be perfect if we can get the side winch onto that. There are these littler trees, but they just kind of fall over, which is not great, to be honest. We're just out of range of that one big tree, which is kind of annoying. Maybe if we go for a front winch to that tree, spin it around a little bit. I also don't want to get stuck in these trees here, because that's another problem that you can get. Let's go for a side winch. Okay. All these trees are just falling over, which is always fun. This is a stressful part of SnowRunner. When you roll your truck and you have to try and correct it. If it's a bigger truck, I usually just go and reset it. We have got a garage on this map, so if I have to reset the truck, it's not the end of the world. We're kind of stuck now behind that tree, which is not really what I wanted, but we'll see if we can pull it out of here. Okay, we should now be in range of... we're still out of range of that one tree there. I can't actually see anything. Phew. We'll just continue winching to there for now. We'll just try and drag it out of here. I think we are stuck on this big tree here. It does appear to be moving. I've just had a message, so let me just have a look what this is. Could be something important, could be nothing. Just give me 1 minute and we will continue. Okay. Sorry about that. Wouldn't normally take that, but it was actually something important. So we will continue though. I'm going to try and winch the front end round. That might... Yeah, okay. So that's got us like side on now. If we go winch to there, to that tree, we just need the wheels just to grip on something. You can see it's like it's getting there. It's almost rolled over now, back onto its wheels. We're still just out of range of that one big tree. If I could get to that one big tree over there, we'd be able to. Well, we'd have no issues, but sadly. Can I reach that big tree? Okay, I can reach that big tree with the front winch. Can I now reach it with the side winch? Yes, we can. Okay. Come on. Just grip. There we go. Okay. Woo. Yeah, that's where SnowRunner tests you. It tests your patience, whether you've actually got the patience to try and roll it over, or whether you're just going to reset it. It is quite nice because it's quite a casual game, SnowRunner. I feel if you do roll over, you can always reset your truck. There is a garage on this map, so what are we stuck on something? Alright, hold on. I'm gonna stick my wheel kind of in this dip. You can keep both. You can keep your wheel kind of. Whoa. You can keep your wheel like kind of both sides of the dip. It's kind of like driving up a ramp, basically. There's like the hole in the middle, and then you have like two bits that you can drive over. If you do that, you avoid the sort of dip, you keep your truck more level, whereas if you put one wheel into the dip and you keep one wheel on the high part, you're more likely to fall over. I'm not saying you will, but you are more likely to. So this appears to be some kind of like, well actually it does look like a garage, but I think it's some sort of warehouse or something. I don't think we can access it from this side though. Well, there's no road to access it. We can still like drive over the train track. For those of you wondering, there is actually no train that like drives on the track, so if we go on the track here, we're not going to see a train. So you don't have to worry about that. Some of you are probably wanting a train to come and just hit me now. YouTuber cries. Yeah. I probably would. If a train came and just rammed me, I probably would cry, to be honest. Oh, for God's sake. Kind of knew it was going to happen, but I need to get to the other side of that lamppost. I need to, so I'm going to try and go over the tracks over there, but okay. Let me just attach this side to there, and I'm going to reverse out here. That's just going to keep it from rolling over, basically. And there we go. We've corrected that. We did roll over, but it's easily correctable. Yeah, we kind of need to go around this tree. What we want to do. I'm just looking up there if there is a crossing point. I can't see any crossing point up there, so we are just going to drive over the tracks here. Hopefully that we can. I'm going to stick it in low plus. I'm going to go for diff lock. There we go. And then we can just stick it straight back in automatic, and we are across. Now, there was some sort of main road, like over this direction. That looks like it over there. So let me just pause the map and have a look here. Yeah, so the main road leads to here, to this kind of factory thing. But there is these two paths over here. We've kind of overshot this watchtower a little bit here. I feel like we maybe want to cross here, and this looks like a path that will lead us to that watchtower. So we'll try and get that watchtower just first. I know I'm kind of going back basically to where we were, but I do want to try and get that watchtower. We're close to it, so we might as well try and get it. Yeah, this is like where we want to cross, I think. And there did appear to be kind of like a path. This also doesn't look too bad on the crossing points, looks quite nice. A bit of a dip on the inside. Just take it slow so we don't smack the front of the truck down. And we're stuck, okay. Look, there's a telegraph pole right here. There we go, that was a bit interesting. Okay, oh no. I'm not going to be able to go over them rocks. I don't want to go in that ditch either, because we saw what happened with that a minute ago. I did roll, but I don't know if we can make it through here. Just get through this little gap. I might have to cross over the tracks and just... I might have to go back over the tracks, just drive down there, get round this bit first. And do it that way. I also want to be somewhere where there is a winch point, sorry, where I can oh no, it's a tree. We've currently got 3 people watching. I think it's still the same 3 people. So if it is the same 3 people, thanks very much for sticking with the stream. If it's some new people, then welcome to the stream. If you are new to the stream, if you're new to the channel, drop your name down there in the chat. Let me know who's watching and I'll do a shout out for you. And if you've got any questions that you want to ask me, then you can drop those down there in the chat as well. And yeah, try and answer them. Doesn't have to be related to me or to SnowRunner or the stream even. It can be just generally a question that you want me to answer. So drop them down there in the chat. I'll read them in a minute once we cross this train track. And yeah, hopefully we're going to get this next Watchtower in a minute. I'm going to cross over here because there's a winch point on that pole there. Okay, apparently let me attach the winch to that tree there. Right. Okay, this is a bit nicer. We'll go over the tracks again. Probably going to get stuck again. Yeah. Okay. That's why I wanted to cross here, because there's a winch point right there. Although we are... this one, we are struggling to get over a little bit. We are also quite low on fuel, so let me just fill this thing up a little bit. See, we've got 900 litres of fuel, so we've got plenty of fuel. We can just get one wheel kind of up. I don't know why we're struggling so much on this one. We crossed the other one without any issues. Let me go for maybe like one of these side winch points over here. Maybe like... okay, maybe we want to go for like a reverse. Okay. And then we'll try that. There we go. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta figure out what little combination will work. Sometimes something like that, it's just a little fiddly bit, and once you figure out the combination it's looking for, like there, it's just a simple little reverse. We just adjust the angle on the front of the wheels to sort of get the, I don't know what you call it, the kind of like off angle, the angle that you're trying to go up the hill. You just adjust the angle slightly, so as soon as you get one bit of wheel on the bit that you're trying to get off, then it just pulls the truck off. Then it's you know, it doesn't have any issues. This does look like the correct route now. I think we want to go back to here, and then we want to kind of go up here. That is the plan at the moment. These are more of these kind of like hidden paths. They're kind of just more like a clearing through the trees. You can see there is some tracks here. These aren't tracks that I've made previously. These are just like tracks, kind of just part of the map basically. So it is like a usable path, but they don't like show up on the map. They're kind of just like clearing through the trees more. But you can see that other trucks have driven here. Just knock that tree down. But yeah, we've been streaming 71 minutes now, so we've been going quite a while. We've been going just over an hour now. We're just about to get our second Watchtower, so we're already doing better. Whoa, okay. That's deeper than I thought. I was getting ahead of myself there, saying we're doing better than we did on Monday's stream, but yeah. I'm gonna hug this coastline. This is risky, because this is like rolling over territory. I'm gonna cut through these trees here. Can't actually see what we're doing. I wish, like the trees you can see, if you go into the tree like this, it does go kinda see-through. so you can see what you're doing, but I wish it just kind of made the whole tree invisible completely, because it did that on Mudrunner and that worked absolutely fantastic. It was much better. So that would be a nice, that's kind of a little nick with SnowRunner, is the camera on this game is a little bit interesting. If you're used to playing, well, basically any other racing game, the camera still works the same. Like, you use that stick, the right analog stick, to move the camera around, so that part of it's not alien, but just the way the camera works is kind of a little bit interesting, because in most racing games and car games you have the camera set like this behind the truck while you're driving, but on Mudrunner you kind of have to set it to one side, like at an angle, because you need to see what's in front of you. So like this tree in front of me here, I need to see that, which on racing games and stuff you don't need to see. We have uncloaked the watch point, which is just there. I believe we want to kind of go here and then up here. Hopefully that's not frozen. It does look like it could be icy, so hopefully there's some watch points. If it is ice, hopefully there are watch points. How deep is this puddle gonna be? Yeah, it's gonna be pretty deep, I think. Let me see if we can back this up a little bit and go through the tree line over there. There are some pretty deep puddles on this map. Kind of reminds me of some of the ones on Michigan that are pretty deep puddles. You've got to be very careful with some of them on the Michigan map, because they look like they're quite shallow and passable, but it has very thick mud underneath it, so when you drive into it you just sink. So yeah, if you're driving the Michigan maps for the first time, be warned about that. We are stuck on a tree branch, which is annoying. Can I go through here? Yes, we can. Okay. I want to skirt through here, and then we're going to go that way anyway, so we might as well keep out the water. The water seems to be pretty deep, so we'll keep out of that as much as possible. And that looks like possibly tarmac road there. Don't think it is, but it does look quite nice, at least. How deep is this going to be? Very deep. Oh, don't want to damage the engine. Damaging the engine through water is just not a good thing. We want to avoid that as much as possible, but there is the watchtower over there. It isn't icy, so we are going to get our second watchtower. So we're already doing better than Monday's live stream. We're not going to... oh, don't roll now. No, no, no. Not when we're this close. We've come all this way. There's like not very many winch points around here either. If we do roll it over, so... There we go. We've opened another watchtower. Let's go ahead and launch that observation. I think that's... I just saw a cable car over here. Where was that cable car? It's kind of like over this way somewhere. We have uncloaked an upgrade right there, which is pretty cool. And we've opened up another big part of the map. We've opened up sort of this whole... is this north? Yeah, northern part of the map up here, kind of like the garage part of the map. I think the next one we'll try and get is this one, and then we'll try and get this one, and then we'll try and get this one that's kind of close to the garage, and then we only have 2 left, which I think we'll try and get those 3. We'll see how it goes, and then I'm probably going to leave it here. And I will try and get these 2 off camera, but if you want to see some more gameplay, then I will be making videos on that, but we'll at least try and get the next 3 They don't look too difficult to get. I am just debating which way we're going to go now. I think we want to go back down to here, down this way. Let me just reset that. We want to go down here, into this kind of swampy area. There is a roadblock here. So we need to kind of get around that roadblock, but there is kind of like a path here. There is the train track. We might try and just drive on the train track for a little while until we get to some more like flat ground. But you can see that watch point is just right there, so it's not too far away. We might try and just... Let me set that for there. We'll try and go like here, kind of maybe to here, and then up onto the train track, and then we'll try and drive down the train track to about here, and then hopefully we can get up there somewhere. That's kind of our path there. I don't know how well we're going to stick to that, but that is the plan. That looks like the kind of easiest route. I wouldn't normally drive on the train track. You can, obviously, but it's kind of a bit cheaty. But it does seem like the easiest way to get there. It seems like the most logical thing. I don't want to make it too difficult on myself. So, yeah, we're going to go and drive on the train track. But we have to get there first, because there's quite a big swamp in the way. And there is also all these buildings dotted around. In case you're wondering what those buildings are, they are buildings that you can basically deconstruct. So you see this cargo management thing, you go up to that and you can collect, so like that one there you can see is a timber house. That would give you probably 2 wooden planks, and then you can build other things. You can build bridges and etc. from them, and it will basically like deconstruct the house. So it's like a unfinished house, like an abandoned house. You deconstruct it for the materials, and then you can construct other things with it, which is pretty cool. I do like that. It's a new thing that they've added with this new update in this new Yukon region, and it's a pretty cool thing. It's a little thing, but it is pretty cool. And you can craft other things as well, so you can collect metal and craft it into other things. Not like on Minecraft, but it's not that detailed, but you can craft things from other materials, which is pretty cool. That is a new bit of gameplay that they've added in this update, which is it's quite nice, to be honest. It adds something fresh to the game. Where do we want to be going? I don't know how deep this is going to be. Okay, it's not too bad. When you can see little bits of mud sticking up through it, you know it's not going to be too deep. And I did see a few bits of mud sticking up out of this bit, so I knew it was kind of safe, but you never know, because the mud can be really thick and you just sink down into it. I've had that a couple of times. This doesn't appear to be too bad actually, especially with this thing. This thing has all-wheel drive. It's got these good Tiger mud tyres on it, so it's a pretty capable truck, to be honest. But yeah, we'll continue over to the train track, which is our next marker, I think, and then we're going to try and drive along the train track. That's the train track up there. One of those roads is kind of over there, but the road didn't look very nice. It looked like a very small path, and the small paths usually aren't very nice. So I wanted to kind of avoid that. We aren't going to have any issues crossing here again, are we? No. Okay. Ah, this is actually where we crossed earlier. I hadn't even realised that. That's where we went down earlier. We were trying to get round that kind of lamppost thing there. Hadn't even realised it was. It's kind of cool. I'm going to try and get up on the actual train track. These mud tyres are quite slippery, so they're probably not going to have very good traction. No. And I don't want to roll over, so we'll kind of just drive next to the train track. You can see it's still rocky, hard ground here, so it shouldn't be too bad. I don't want to get too much speed up because these rocks can be quite unpredictable. They don't look like much, but if you hit them fast enough, then it'll just flip your truck without warning. So I've had that a few times. Kind of got to go cautiously with them. But now we kind of want to go. Okay, I think if we carry on to here, this looks like a path up onto this road, and then either this road or this road. I think it's probably going to be this little road, but I'm going to go here because I can't tell. But we'll see how this goes. I've got to get rid of this container. I think I just put the container. Okay, that's nice. So this is a nice little path off the train track area, up onto that road again, and then the Watchtower is somewhere in those trees. Can we see it? Yes, there it is. That's the Watchtower just there. It looks like it's a pretty big one actually. It looks like it's in quite a nice location. Where was that road? Okay, so yeah, we do want to take this path. We have now, like, basically unlocked the location of it. It's just there. So we want to be going straight on here, and then when we get to here, it's just there. I like to just kind of set a path, because sometimes you can overshoot a little bit. That's something that I've done quite a few times, is you kind of like overshoot the turn off. Because you're travelling very slowly, but the map is also quite small. So, but it looks quite big. So it looks like, it feels like you've barely travelled any distance, but you've travelled quite far. You've travelled a lot further than you think. So it's quite easy to overshoot. We currently have 4 people watching. We've gained another viewer again. Hello, welcome to the stream. If you have the same people that are still watching, then thanks for sticking with us. If you're new here, then hello, welcome. Welcome to the Mouldy Worm Gaming channel. If you're a new viewer, if you're a returning viewer, then welcome to the stream. I'm currently trying to get our 3rd Watchtower, which is just there. To our right over there, and we're almost there. We're exploring the big Salmon Peak map today in SnowRunner. We explored the flooded foothills map on Monday, so this is a continuation of that. But there we go, that's our next Watchtower. Do not roll over now, truck. We're almost out of fuel as well, so I'm going to stop and refuel when we get to this one. But there we go. That's going to do it. Launch the observation, see what we can see. Not very much, to be honest. It's basically just where we've been driving, but we can now see a lot more of the map. We've uncloaked quite a large area this time. We've got a couple of watchtowers left to go and get. I said I was going to leave these 2 for maybe a future episode, or I might go and get them off camera. So yeah, we're going to leave those for today, but we're going to go and see if we can get these last 2 over here. We got 2 more to go and get. Which way do we want to be going here? I'm not sure. Is that a route down there? It is, but I don't know how horrible that's going to be. I think what we're going to do is go... I don't want to go up that mountain part. There is like a route over this mountain here, and that kind of leads down to this main road, but that, to me, it looks like a very small road, and I don't think it's going to be very nice. It's probably got quite a lot of ice, and I've got the mud tyres applied. So I'm going to go back down to here, turn off here, and then I want to turn off here and follow this path down to the road here, and then by the time we get to this road, hopefully we'll decide whether there's a road up here to this watchtower or whether we're going to have to kind of find another route. But that is kind of our planned route for the moment. But before we do that, let's just go ahead and refuel again, because we are running a little bit low, and then we can continue. So we're going to go back down there where we just came from. That's another thing, if you leave the truck sitting for a while in SnowRunner, if it's quite deep mud or deep snow like that, it can start sinking. So you've got to be quite... If you've got momentum going and you're deciding whether to turn left or right at some sort of junction or something, just keep going until you reach some hard ground. And then if you have to turn around, it's not the end of the world. You know, don't travel too far, but don't stop on muddy ground or stop on snowy ground. Keep the momentum going, because yeah, we've got a comment from Kyle McClure 527. He says, I made it. Hey Kyle, how you doing? I have made quite a few videos and streams with Kyle, so for anyone else who's watching, go and check out Kyle's channel. He doesn't really upload much on his channel, but he does upload quite often on Twitch. He has a Twitch channel, and I believe he might have made a video about his Twitch channel on YouTube. So if you want to go and check out his Twitch channel, head over to his YouTube channel, and I think he made a video. Kyle will correct me in a minute in the comment section. But he does a lot of Overwatch gameplay, so if you like Overwatch, then go and check that out. But I've made quite a few videos with him on GTA 5, so if you're into that kind of thing, if you enjoy GTA 5, if you want to see some more of me on another channel, then yeah, go and check out Kyle. Yeah, this looks like a pretty nice route, to be honest. We're travelling quite slow, it's quite thick snow. We're travelling quite slow, it's quite thick snow. No, we're travelling quite slow. And the snow's, it's not too bad, it's quite thick, but we are making progress through it. The mud tyres do give us quite a lot of grip in the snow. Because thick snow is basically like thick mud, it's the same kind of thing, so... basically, if you're travelling through snow, mud tyres are the best. If you're travelling through snow and ice, then chain tyres are better. And as I mentioned earlier, if you're travelling on this map, if you want to be safe, go for chain tyres. Chain tyres are still pretty good in mud. They will give you less grip, so they're not as good as mud tyres, but they're still pretty good. But you will have the grip on the ice, which is important. But I went for mud tyres because I'm a hardcore gamer, and I like a challenge. But I felt like quite a lot of the Yukon region, at least, is mud, so I felt mud tyres would serve me better. But if you're a new gamer, if you're a new SnowRunner player, and you want to be safe, then go for chain tyres. We've got another comment from Kyle. He says he's basically the best Overwatch player. I've not actually watched any of his Overwatch gameplay, but he is pretty good. So if you want to watch some good Overwatch gameplay, then yeah, go and check out Kyle's Twitch channel. He does make some great content. And he does other games as well, it's not just Overwatch. He mainly streams Overwatch, but I think last night he was streaming, or he was playing at least, the new Call of Duty Cold War, I think he was playing. So yeah, if you're into that kind of game, if you want to check out some Call of Duty Cold War, I think Kyle might be streaming that occasionally, or he'll be playing it at least, so he'll correct me in a minute. This is not a planned shout out, this is just me, this is just my knowledge of Kyle's Twitch channel, so I apologise Kyle if I'm mucking up this shout out for you. I'm doing my best. How long have we been streaming? We've been streaming 93 minutes, so we've been streaming about an hour and a half now. We're doing pretty well actually. We've discovered quite a lot of this map compared to my stream on Monday, where we travelled literally about half a mile. We've travelled pretty far today. We've already travelled through the Flooded Foothills map. We did that in the first half an hour, which is the map we were playing on Monday. And we've discovered 3 watchtowers, I think. We have, how many do we have? There were 7 watchtowers altogether. I think we've got 4 left. So yeah, we've discovered 3. We're going for this one next, and then we're going to try and get this one over here. And then these 2 I'm going to get off camera, I think, or we'll do those in a video. Because I don't want the stream to go on too long, but I do want to try and explore some of this map a little bit. We've got another comment, I'll read that out in a moment. That is the watchtower there in front of us that we're going to. So, well, where do we want to be going? Here. We want to kind of be going... We want to be going to the left. So we want to be going down here. We want to be kind of going left, and then I think we want to go right down there. Yeah. That looks correct. Once we get to the bottom of this road, I will read out your comment. I'm just focusing at the moment. I don't want to stop here, just in case. We do have a rolling occurrence. We have rolled a couple of times in today's stream, so I want to keep the rolls to a minimum. And there's also no winch points on this part of the map. You can see there's trees around, but none of them are close enough for a winch point. And these little trees here are completely useless. If you winch to them, they just break. So yeah, don't winch to them. I'm on the border of rolling over here. I don't. Okay, I'm going to stick it in low just because you have a bit more throttle control. It's a bit less jumpy. The automatic gearbox can be a bit jumpy at times, and when you're doing delicate maneuvers, that's not really what you want. I'm just going to get onto this hard ground here so we don't sink. This is a nice tarmacked road here. Okay, we have got a couple more comments. Kyle says he's the top 500 in Europe for summer game events. Might as well delete my channel now. No, don't delete the channel. You've got to just persevere. That's all it is. Okay, we need to go here, here, and then up this bit. This does look a bit icy, I'm not gonna lie. When they're on these kind of like rock formations, when the watchtowers are on these rock formations, they're usually quite icy areas. So hopefully it's not. If it is icy, then we're going to have to go and get a truck with chain tyres on, because we're not going to be able to climb up icy parts with this truck. I can already see that bit there is icy. I'm going to stick it in low plus, put some diff lock on, just try and motivate the truck a little bit. This doesn't look very fun. It's quite thick snow, but it's uphill. There's no winch points. I mean, the acting here, I do love this truck. I think it's kind of my go-to scout vehicle in this game. It has pretty good capability, and it's got a lot of upgrades as well on it. So you can make this thing. You can make this thing. I'm trying to think of the wording. This thing can be used in a lot of applications. So you can use this thing to pull trailers. You can use this thing as like a recovery vehicle. That's kind of the setup I have now with the fuel on the back. You can use it as a scout vehicle because it's quite small. But let's go ahead and launch the next observation. Get another look at the map. Really beautiful there. And we'll go ahead and open up the map. And there we go. We can see even more of the map. We're slowly uncovering this map. We've got one more watchtower that we're going to go and get today. And then we're going to leave it here for this stream. I think we want to go back down this hill to this main road. And then I think we want to go... We want to take a right turn down this road, go down here to here. Hold on, let me just go ahead and reset this. I like to just set the waypoints out just in case, just so I can sort of see the route. So we'll turn off there to the right, and then I feel like we want to follow that path up to the watchtower there. I feel like that's kind of... Yeah, this little path does seem to kind of lead up there, I think. I'm not seeing any other pathways. When we get a bit closer, it will uncloak the area around it. Just going to skip a bit of time. We'll make it daylight again so we can see what we're doing. But yeah, I am enjoying this map actually. I think I like this map a bit more than the Flooded Foothills map, I'm going to be honest. The Flooded Foothills map seems a bit crowded. So all the trees kind of around, and it's all quite low-lying ground. Whereas this has a lot more like rocky ground, it's a lot like higher ground, there's some nice viewpoints, and the trees seem to be a bit more spread out. So you can see like here, it's a bit more open. Because I don't like being in the trees too much. One thing is it gives you a worse quality video. You know, when you've got that many trees rendering, it does kind of, yeah, makes your stream a bit slower, it makes it a bit less quality. But the main thing is, like, when there's a load of trees around, the camera is in the trees and you can't actually see what you're doing, which is a pain in the ass. So I'll make it down to this road, and then we did have another comment, so I have seen your comment, I'll read it out in a second. I just want to get down this hill first. Just get back onto some nice terrain. There we go. And we're back onto the road. Okay, let's see. Kyle sent another thing. I'm gonna go stream now. You hyped me up. Catch you later. See you later. Kyle's going to be starting a stream, probably on Twitch. He doesn't usually stream on YouTube, so we're going to get this last watchtower, and then I'm going to wrap it up there for today's stream. But if you're wanting to go and watch some more gameplay, then Kyle's going to be streaming on Twitch. His Twitch channel is called The Almighty Illuminati. So if you want to go and watch another stream after mine, or if you're fed up of watching mine now and you want to go and see something else, then Kyle's going to be streaming very shortly. But we're going to go and try and get this last watchtower just before we wrap it up. I want to try and reach this last watchtower. I'll probably be streaming with Kyle straight after this anyway. I usually go on Xbox with him in the evenings, so if you want to see some more, well, probably be hearing commentary because I don't play Overwatch. Kyle usually plays Overwatch. I'm usually just in the party chat, but yeah, go and check out his channel. Drop him a like, give him a follow. I don't really know what they have on Twitch. I think you follow people. I don't think you can like subscribe and stuff. I think it's all about following on Twitch. I do want to get into Twitch streaming actually. Whoa! I was not concentrating there. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. I never am, but that was very vicious suddenly. I barely even touched that barrier. But that's what can happen, you know. You've got to be careful with this kind of. Let's see if we can roll this thing over. The garage is just around the corner, so if we have to reset, it's not a big deal. I don't always like to reset. I try my best not to. He's slowly pulling us over. The autonomous scout winch doesn't have the most power. That's what I will say. It is slowly pulling us over. There we go. Once you reach that kind of tipping point, it's a lot less work for the winch. We are now stuck on this barrier though, which is annoying. There we go. Okay. Yeah, what I was saying, I do want to start streaming a bit more on Twitch. I do have a Twitch channel, for those of you who are wondering, but I have never streamed on Twitch. I've never uploaded anything on it. I usually just use it as a an account to watch other people's Twitch streams, but it is a platform that I'd like to start using a bit more. Obviously, I've got my Series X, and streaming on Twitch is like a big thing on Xbox. So, yeah, if you're new to the channel, keep an eye out for some videos about my Twitch channel. If I'm streaming on Twitch, I will announce it first on YouTube. I'll do like a quick little 30-second video saying that I'm streaming on Twitch, and like drop a link in the comments and stuff. But yeah, keep an eye out for that because I might be starting some Twitch streams over the next coming weeks, and if you want to watch those, then yeah. I will also announce them on social media. So the stream you're watching right now, in the description I've got some links to my social medias. As long as you follow me on one of them, then you'll see the announcement. I usually announce it across all my social medias, so you don't need to follow all of them, but if you follow at least one of them, then you'll most likely see the stream. But the other thing that is happening that I haven't mentioned yet, we do have 3 people watching, so for those of you who are watching, I have got a Moldy Worm Gaming merch giveaway happening on my Twitter page right now. I'm announcing the winner tomorrow on Monday. So if you are new to the channel or you haven't entered the giveaway yet, then yeah, this is kind of like your final reminder. I'm going to be announcing the winner tomorrow, sort of about 12 o'clock. So if you haven't done that yet, then basically all you've got to do is subscribe to the channel and retweet the giveaway over on my Twitter page, and that's it, you're entered. I'll be announcing the winner tomorrow. So this is your final reminder basically. I don't usually ask for subscriptions. I'm not one of those YouTubers who likes to ask for subscribers constantly, but you know, it is something that you have to do. I am going to just have to pause here because my TV has just turned off. Hopefully that isn't going to affect the stream. I'm just going to pause the stream here for one moment and I will be back in a second. Okay, and we are back. Yeah, the TV has kind of a timer on it, and after a little while it just turns itself off. So usually doesn't do that for quite a few hours. So we've only been streaming for 108 minutes. So we've not been streaming that long. We've only been streaming just over an hour, kind of, well, nearly 2 hours actually. So I don't know why it's turned off that quickly, but yeah, it does happen occasionally. So everything seems to be okay though. Let me just check that. Yeah, I've got my mic on. Occasionally I do forget to unmute it. I'm just going to stop here and refuel. Oh, the TV's turned off again. Okay. I'm just going to pause the stream again and I'll be back in a second. Okay, I'm back. Occasionally it does play silly buggers, the TV. It's been doing it quite a lot recently where it just kind of turns off. So I apologise for that. I have tried to fix it. I don't know why it does it. I've gone into the settings, I've turned all the timers off and everything, but it just seems to do it every now and then. Just unfortunate that it happened during a stream. So yeah, sorry about that. I have looked into it. There's not really much I can do about it. When lockdown ends, when the second lockdown ends, I am planning to take it to a repair shop and get it fixed, because it is kind of annoying. It has been happening more recently, and if it keeps happening in a stream, that's also not very professional. So yeah. We can now see the location precisely of the watchtower though. So I think we want to turn off here and then go up to here and then here. And that's going to be our final destination. So we're not that far now, but it does look like it could be quite difficult terrain. So I'm going to try my best. I'm going to go just quietly up here. I'm going to stick it in low range, or low plus probably. Put diff lock on just for security measures. And yeah, we're razzing up this hill now. Diff lock was the way to go, I think. And then we've got kind of a little path in a minute off to the left up here that didn't look very nice. That's the watchtower right there that we're going for. This little path looks like it could be a bit interesting. I'm not so sure that we can fit our truck through that gap. So is there another way of getting into there? Yes, there is. If we go to here, we can then go to here, we can go through there. That seems more sensible, because I don't think our truck's going to fit through there. That doesn't look very surpassable, so turn diff lock off. After a while the diff lock kind of gets overheated, unless it's permanent diff lock. If it's permanent diff lock you can't turn it off, but the switchable diff lock, if you leave it on too long it does start to overheat, or it does start to get worn out. So I only use it when I have to use it, but if it's switchable you can only use it in low range. but because we have the SnowRunner gearbox, we have low range plus and minus. And so low plus is basically automatic. It's about the same speed as automatic, slightly slower, but it is pretty fast paced. But then it does allow you to use diff lock, which is nice. So we're in low plus now, we've got diff lock on, and you can see we're fairly moving. We've got quite a bit of pace going. Where is the blue box? There it is. We'll park it in there, and there we go. That's our last watchtower that we're going to be getting today. We'll launch the observation, see what we can see. We can see the garage down there, and we'll go ahead and open up the map and see what else we can see. We've uncloaked quite a big portion of the map today. We've travelled quite far as well. We've travelled all the way down here. We've been up this mountain up here. We've been quite far, to be honest, and we did also travel through the flooded foothills map at the start of the stream in the first half an hour. So we've made good progress today. We've travelled pretty far. We've got 2 watch points left. I'm going to get those off camera, I think. But I am going to be making more videos on the new Yukon region in the next few days, in the coming weeks. So if you are new to the channel and you want to see some gameplay of those new maps, then make sure you subscribe to the channel. It would be greatly appreciated if you are a new viewer. And if you've not entered the giveaway that I mentioned earlier, there is a link in the description. I will be announcing the winner tomorrow on Monday, so this is your final reminder to go and enter that. And yeah, that's going to do it for today's stream. Hope it wasn't too boring for you. Hope you did find it quite interesting. I have enjoyed exploring this new Yukon region map, Big Salmon Peak. We did uncloak the garage as well, so it does have a garage, which is nice. But yeah, that's going to do it for today's stream. Thanks so much for everyone who's tuned in, and I'll see you all in the next one.